Welcome to tonight's Wellness Wednesday Zoom. I am Stephanie Zima, wanting to share some very important information with you that will help you or someone you know. Okay, so I don't want you to just say, it's not for me, and move and scroll past. I want you to take a minute. Really, I'm going to zoom through this as fast as I can and take a look at it, and then kind of see who can you think about. If it's not you personally, maybe you know somebody, this information can benefit, because here's the purpose to it today. The purpose is for me to share information of something that I did not know before I started. I started my journey when I was it's 4.5 years ago now, and I just felt crappy. I just didn't feel good. I had no idea about gut health. I did not know anything that I could have done differently at that time. And then I learned more information and new information, and I tried it, and I ended up learning so much more about it, right? I didn't know anything when I first started, but now I do. So I want to share with you a little bit and kind of like put it in layman's term and share with you a little bit how this all works, right? Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to hop in. I'm going to share my screen real quick, and we're going to go straight into the presentation that I want to talk to you guys about today. Okay, so gut health, address the root of your problems. Well, sometimes when I say the root of your problems, you're like, what problems are you talking about? Many of us are not even aware that we have problems until it is too late. Who has heard about this? Until it's too late, right? We get a diagnosis, out of the sudden we are pre-diabetic. We are getting a diagnosis where out of the sudden we have issues with our weight, or we are whatever. All these things. Often we wait way too long. Preventing disease is not very high on the priority list, unfortunately, but it could be so easy to do. So let's get into it. Okay, so why do we have a hard time to control our foods? There are multiple reasons for it. Candida overgrowth and insulin resistance are just a couple of the reasons. Emotional triggers also play a big role in the problem too. Who here knows about emotional triggers, right? We all do. Okay, so here, look at this. Blood sugar levels. What does it mean to you? Yes, you have heard about it before, but do you really know what impact it has on your life? Right? When you look at this graphic, right, between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what happens? We spike, we drop, we spike, we drop, we spike, we drop, depending on what it is that we're eating. That is responsible for our situations often. Okay, so blood sugars control your energy, right? We've heard about this before. We kind of have an idea. Blood sugars control your energy. They also control our cravings. So insulation, I made a mistake. The insulin is the master hormone, you guys. It's a master hormone that controls and affects other hormones like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. Yes, gentlemen, you heard that right. Thyroid and cortisol. When the blood sugars are out of control, it affects all of the hormones as well. That was one fact that I did not know. Now, what do you think when you watch this picture, when you look at this picture? The afternoon slump. Yes, we all know it. We all heard about it. We all feel it every single day, right? Whether or not you're a mom and you are getting the 2 or 3 o'clock, like, oh my gosh, I can't, like, even, or we are going to have the issues that, we're sitting in the office, and what happens? 2 o'clock, usually the coffee cart comes around because everyone is having these issues, right? The blood sugar level drops again. So we are ending up with no energy, desperately needing kids to go to sleep, or needing this cup of coffee, right? We're running through Starbucks. We're doing the things, trying to get that energy back up. So you know what I'm talking about. So, friends, this is not healthy behavior. It's not healthy behavior to constantly have a dropping and rising blood sugar level. It's time to control that roller coaster. The mineral chromium and chlorogenic acid found in the green bean coffee bean, right, helps with the support of healthy glucose metabolism and regulates blood sugars. Did you know that? I had no idea. Now, chromium, where do we find this chromium? It's a mineral, right? Where do we find it? We can find it in our foods. Yes, we can find it in broccoli and raw onions, in green beans and mushrooms, tomatoes, romaine lettuce, right? We can find it in whole wheat bread. We can find it in orange juice, apples, green beans, garlic, blah, 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 fish, and so on and so forth, right? The healthy foods. A link between chromium and diabetes dates back to 1950s when researchers managed to prevent diabetes in rats by feeding them brewer's yeast. Chromium was deemed to be the magic ingredient and was called a glucose tolerance factor since then, right? Now, can we get chromium from food? Yeah, we can do this. We can get all the right foods and chromium from all the right foods and all the macros and all the stuff that we're eating. We can live the perfect lifestyle. We can manage all our emotions so that we don't have hormone issues, right? We can also have all the time in the world to do grocery shopping and find all the ingredients need for all these things. And we can do all of that in between carpools, work schedules, sports schedules, you name it. Yes? Can I have an amen? This is what the reality looks like for many of us, right? Let's get real. We have kids playing and doing stuff, and parents are exhausted because there's so much to do and so little time, right? Yes. Okay. This is unfortunately what the reality really looks like. Fast food in the car, throwing something in the back seat of the for the kiddos, in between running from sports to this to that to yada 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 yada, picking up from daycare, bringing to the sports, pick up line, drop off line, whatever it is, you name it. This is usually what the reality looks like. Now, probably you don't have your meals pre-planned. Probably you don't eat all your snacks and servings of fruits. You probably don't measure your macros accordingly to your dietary needs either, right? That is the reality, unfortunately, these days. Don't feel ashamed when that happens. We all have been there or are still there, okay? It is the part of life that we are living in today. But there's good news. There's something that can help you, okay? When you don't have the time, when you don't really know how to do all the things. Our triplex, right, gut health has supplements, and you hear this, that often it is important to take supplements. So I represent plexus triplex, which I stand for and I take since 4.5 years, and it has changed everything for me. And I want to just share with you what it does, and then you can make your own decisions of how you want to live your life. Do you want to do everything via foods and do it completely natural on your own, or do you feel like it would be a good tool to start out with, right, and get a little bit help to then make the lifestyle changes that you really need to make, right? Okay, so what is the pink drink? The pink drink regulates your blood sugars because it contains chromium. 1 drink per day. It's yummy too. It's watermelon, and one blood orange is a hunger control one. So there's different tastes and different flavors. It's yummy. So 1 drink per day will take care of your needs. Super simple. Okay, 1 drink like this every morning. Doom, done. Yummy. It contains prebiotic strains. Okay, now listen up, right? Prebiotic strains that help feed your gut buddies. What are your gut buddies? Our system is made out of, it's a microbiome, and in our gut, there's good bacteria and there's bad bacteria. And when these two get out of balance, that's when we are having problems. That's when, everything can go south, right? Okay. So this prebiotic is in the drink already, in there. So it's a good food. It's a food for our gut buddies, right? Now listen up. This is very interesting for everyone who struggles with diabetes. This was co-developed. The pink drink was co-developed by an endocrinologist whose desire was to create a plant-based consumable product for diabetics in hopes of reduction of medication and insulin. Very important. That's what's different between our pink drink and many others. It was directly developed to aid type 2 diabetes. Okay, now the second product in that triplex is called BioCleanse. It oxygenates and energizes your body. It neutralizes the acidic conditions that may promote pathogens. So think immunity, okay, boost your immunity. Oh my gosh, there's even another typo in there. See, it's what happens when I can't read this. So help you cleanse the toxins. It helps you cleanse the toxins from the entire body, not just your GI. It also helps to remove the toxins from your arteries, right? It reduces inflammation overall in the body. These pills, right, are amazing. Amazing. And yes, when you hear detox, or cleanse, you thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be this awful detox. No, friends, it's not. It's very gentle. It's very simple. It's super, super easy. Everyone can do it. Okay, so fun fact. Most Americans are deficient in magnesium. Did you know? BioCleanse is a quick solution to take care of that. All right, so the third product in here, the product is called probio 5, okay? It contains chitosanase, which breaks through, now pay attention, to a hard cockroach-like shell of candida yeast, exposing it to grapeseed extract, which is an antioxidant that acts as antifungal to kill the yeast. Okay, so yeast, what does the yeast do in our body? Okay, yeast, candida yeast is awful. It's responsible for the food cravings that we have, the sugar cravings that we have. It can cause yeast infections. It can, like, the yeast in your body can have a ton of different health problems, right? We can get into it another time, but most people who are struggling with an overgrowth of yeast usually know what that does, right? It contains the anti-fungal enzyme that kicks yeast's butt. That is, I'm telling you, this is what's different about our probiotic than the probiotics that you're going to get at CVS or Walgreens, right? They're not the same. They're not created the same. So this grapeseed extract in there can only function, you really let that sink in for a second. It can only function in your body if that cell, the shell of this candida yeast, is broken open. Okay. All right. The other thing about our probiotic is that it is freeze dried and heat stable. Okay. Which maintains the potency of the probiotics in that. Okay. So when you think that you're going to get your probiotics from the refrigerated probiotics that are costing you an arm and a leg, think again, because the moment you put it in your mouth and it has to go through your body, it's getting really hot. And until it gets to your gut, the probiotics in there are probably already dead. Okay. So you need to think about that part when you buy it from the refrigerated section. So probio 5 is a very affordable and a very effective probiotic. I can swear by it. Okay. So all of these three products, the pink drink, the BioCleanse, and the probio, it's our triplex, right? Plexus triplex. So your tummy troubles, your overweight, and your diabetes, your diabetic lifestyle will be helped with these supplements. It will help you get started. Those are tools to get you started, to get your body back to where it needs to be, and so on and so forth. Now, is that all? Do we just going to throw some supplements at you and say, here you go? No, of course not. Your body and mind needs to be approached at the same time. Okay. So I personally offer a variety of different ways to help you with the change of your lifestyle. Okay. What I need is, but you need to be willing to get started. That's the thing, what I require for you to work with me. Gut health supplements are the way to bridge the gap, okay? Because they will help you reduce your inflammation. They will help you feel better, have more energy, so that your blood sugar levels don't get up and down and fluctuate so much. You will have the energy to even show up And then with mindset coaching and exercise coaching, I will help you to really get that lifestyle that you're looking to do. Okay. Yes, you are not alone in this. Health is everything, but without health, everything else becomes nothing. Okay. By Socrates. So think about this for a second. Let that sink in, because this is usually what happens. We say, we don't have time to take care of that. I'm busy. I don't have time. Now let's think about this. If you don't have time to take care of your health, you won't have the health to do the things that keep you busy from today. And I know that's a little bit cruel, but it is the fact. Okay, when you realize that if you don't invest in your health one way or another, I'm not saying you must buy these supplements. I'm saying they're a solution to a problem. You can take care of your health with food alone. If you are putting in the time to go to Whole Foods and read all the labels and making sure that you have the correct amount of prebiotics and probiotics to take care of your gut, yes, you will be able to do these things via food alone. And then if you can muster up your mental self and get yourself to the gym to exercise by yourself, I will applaud you. Okay. And that is amazing. Not everyone can do that. Some of us are having problems to get started. Some of us don't have the time. We have little kids, we have busy jobs, we have busy lives. We don't have the time to really make sure that we prep all our foods and have all these things. And in that case, these gut health supplements, which are helping the body to balance our blood sugars and are helping our body to feel better, are really worth it. Okay. So let's talk about your journey for a second. Look at me. Look at the picture before here, my before and my after picture. And then you see me obviously in person, right? There are solutions for all circumstances. There are 60-day money back guarantees with these supplements. So there's literally no risk involved. You can give them a try. You can be part of the coaching. You will get all the information that I provide my customers, right? And you are going to be able to give it a try for 60 days. If you're not satisfied, you get your money back. You have lost nothing, zero. Okay. You will have support every step of the way, because you know what? Sometimes we are worried that when we invest and we buy something, which by the way, it's not a lot of money to buy this. Okay. You can ask me what it is, and then we can talk a little bit further what will suit your need, but it's not a lot of money. Okay. It's very affordable. You will have the support. You sometimes people don't want to spend money, and then because they're thinking like, yeah, I'm going to have these pills sitting on my desk again or in my kitchen, and I'm not going to take them. That will not happen, because you and I, we will have a little contract together, and you and I, we will talk about it every single day, and I will help you find ways to incorporate them into your lifestyle that will work for you, right? Okay, you will have support. You are not alone with this. You will also have fun. Okay, we have a fun tribe. We have some prizes we are doing, and we have, like exercise challenges and contests and community and all the stuff. And friends, it is a very, very, very easy to do. You take your pill in the morning with your drinks, and you take it at night when you go to bed. Okay, and that's it. You don't have these big problems. And then in between, I will teach you how to make your lifestyle choices to fit your needs, right? I will give you some time saver tips, and I will give you all those stuff that you need to really make it life changing for you. Okay, that's basically what it is. So the choice is really yours. Is it time yet for you to get started? I want to talk to you. Give me a message. Drop it in the comments, send me private, or invite or talk to the person who invited you and shared the Zoom with you. Let's all talk together, right? There's a solution for you, and all you need to decide, is it time for you yet? Thank you so much for your time tonight, and for watching this, and hope to talk to you soon.